of things, I suppose we'll start at the top. No Mac, how disappointing is it not to have him, and how bad is the injury?
Yeah, he'll be very disappointed. It's a huge November and a huge opportunity to play against the best in the world. So any player that's not going to make it is going to be disappointed, and so are we. He's a world-class player. It's exciting, the guys coming in, Tom Farrell and Jimmy. So you know, it's Tom. I'm taking some credit for Tom. I coached him at under-20s with Leinster, so I told him downstairs that I was trying to get him in for a long time now, so I'm glad he's here. So it's brilliant for him, and he's buzzing downstairs as well. So hugely excited for him. I'm not sure the scale of Max. So sorry, I don't know enough about Mac's injury to let you know anything really.
But obviously, it's not ideal to be losing a player of that calibre ahead of a big game.
Yeah, it isn't, but it's kind of nature of things, isn't it? Like it's you know, I know New Zealand have lost a couple of players second row, and it's the nature of the game, I guess. Having guys to step in is always unbelievably important. We get to widen the squad a fraction, and yeah, the opportunity is there for those players now to really show what they're worth in camp. So we'll be excited to see them.
On Bundy and Robbie, I suppose question marks over them, but it must be a positive if they're getting on the plane tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they're good. And again, buzzing for rugby. You know, I think everyone is excited to be back in here. The challenge that's there in front of us is huge, and let's get on with it. Let's get over there and get on with it. That's the mindset at the moment.
Just taking the injuries away from the Interpro at the weekend, it's probably exactly what the Irish coaching staff wanted to see, you know, in the build-up to a big match against the All Blacks.
The games?
Yeah, the contest. Sorry.
A big game. Big games. Ulster did a great job against the Sharks. They've had a great start to their season. Munster-Leinster game was a cracker, wasn't it? Like so much credit to Munster for a performance that was you know, they dealt to Leinster unbelievably well. I guess all bar scrum they were in control of. So it's it needs to be competitive. It needs to be competitive in here. It needs to be competitive in the provinces, and it certainly is. So it's a pleasure to watch.
It seemed to be an extra bit of spice and edge between the teams, and you know, they've played so together for so many games between Lions and international. Does that anything have to be addressed when they come back in here, just because of the way it's built over a few times?
No, that's the way it should be. Yeah. That's the way I've been involved in a few of those games, and they're different, and that's how it should be. They're competitive, proud players that want to show the best themselves for the provinces, and it gives us a point of difference. Any Irish team we want players to be fighting hard for their positions. We want it to be unbelievably competitive. We want to see an edge. So there's no issue. There's no issue. The guys know each other very, very well, and they should be expecting that competitive nature and edge in games. And you know, Munster delivered it, and congratulations to them. It was a cracking game.
Did you see any team, or what did you identify? If you're looking at the Leinster players, how so many of them, so experienced, didn't really turn up to the battle?
I've looked at it with my small lens. There was a hunger throughout the game, I think, across the Munster side that was evident for everyone to see, and in a game like rugby, that counts. There's way more to it. The coaches have done an unbelievably good job. Players were in the right frame of mind, and they went to work really, really well. They defended really well. They attacked well when they had to, and it was great. It was a pleasure. Like I said, the scrum was probably dominant from Leinster, and that's the area I was looking very closely at. So yeah, it was a good fixture.
Yeah, just nothing tying over after the weekend. Like, it was just all good competitive side.
Yeah. Aled downstairs made reference to the game, and there was a good laugh among the players, all the players. Look, they'll be disappointed. The Leinster players will be disappointed, I'm sure. The Munster players, one or two of them, with their performance, there's always going to be some bits of disappointment. The Leinster will be hurting a little bit, but they'll turn the page unbelievably quick. You come into Irish camp, you start to get your head around the fixtures. Andy had a chat this morning. The page has turned unbelievably fast, you know, and there's a great harmony among the players in camp. They're good friends, you know, they're good mates, and you don't want to lose to your friends. You don't want to lose to your mates either. So that rivalry is alive and well, and long may it continue. It's good for Irish rugby. All the provinces are performing well is a good thing for Irish rugby. So there is no issue here with us. We're excited to get into a green jersey, get on a plane tomorrow, and start to dream big about this November and whatever's after that.
Clearly a shame for Edwin Ndongo and Brian Gleeson, but you reckon they'll be back in here at some stage?
Without a doubt, you know, we're excited about both those players and a number of other guys. The timing of it is so disappointing for them. It really is. I know Edwin's had a really difficult couple of years. They'll get over their injuries and they'll be back. There's no doubt about it. They're both exciting young players that can add in here, and that's the reason that they were been brought. And yeah, I'm disappointed for them. Like I said about Mac, he's a seasoned campaigner. He's going to be gutted because of the fixtures, because of the excitement and excitement to play in a green jersey, to show the people of Ireland what it is they're about. All of that, Mac's disappointed with that, and these young guys, they're going to be gutted. But they're performing well. They've put their foot forward, and we're well aware of them. I've no doubt they'll be back in.
Just on another young player, it's great that Paddy McCarthy is fit, having come off early. What is it that you guys like about him? Because we saw obviously Michael Milne getting caps in privacy.
Yeah. Paddy's got a lot of energy throughout the game, across the game. He's watching him from underage into when he's under 20s. Big engine, big size, a lot of power. Gets his turnovers on the ground, does a lot of work both sides of the ball, and he's been really good in his scrum bits. Very organised in how he's going about his business. Not erratic. I think there's times throughout in his development that he's been a little bit too aggressive. He's been nice and accurate in what he's doing, and really focused in on what he's doing around scrum time, and he's been really impressive. And he's got a game, like I said, a game that can offer something to this squad. So we're having a really good look at him. Mikey had a slight injury at the start. He's coming back. He's coming back now. He's very much in our minds, and they're two guys I'm really excited about, that can add to what is a very experienced group of front rowers. So you know, so there's some nice young blood come in around that group. Gus McCarthy, Paddy, Mikey Milne, among a few others. So look, I think we're in a good place, and they're two players I'm excited to see.